Let's talk about the day Vulkan, the so-called gentle giant of the Primarchs, snapped and killed a child. Yeah, you heard that right. Not Horus, not Curze, not Angron. Vulkan, the blacksmith of Nocturne, the protector of humanity, the man who lectured everyone about morality, incinerated a little elder girl. And the worst part? It wasn't an accident of war. It was a setup. During the Great Crusade, the planet Kharaatan decided it wasn't too keen on becoming part of the Imperium's glorious empire. The response? Vulkan and the Salamanders, with Curze and his Night Lords, backed by Imperial army regiments and the warhound titans of Legio Ignis, marched in to bring compliance. Vulkan's plan was almost noble. He wanted a clean breach, one hole in the wall, minimize casualties, get in, subdue the city, no unnecessary slaughter. But when his forces entered the city, there was no fight, no resistance, no defenders, no civilians, just silence. Because Konrad Curze and his Night Lords had already been there. They'd slipped into Kharaatan city ahead of everyone else and butchered the entire population. Men, women, children, gone. Their logic? If one city was massacred, the other 8 would surrender without a fight. Efficient, pragmatic, and completely psychotic. Vulkan was horrified. His reaction? He ordered his pyroclasts to burn the entire city to ash, which, in fairness, didn't make things much better. See, this was classic Curze. He wasn't just fighting a war. He was running a sick psychology experiment on his brother. Curze believed every man could be broken, that civilization was just one heartbeat away from atrocity. He wanted to prove that Vulkan, the paragon of compassion, could fall just as hard as anyone else. And here's where the strings tighten. After the massacre, there was chaos in the occupation. A group of elder prisoners suddenly staged an uprising. Conveniently freed, conveniently armed. And guess who was guarding them? Night Lord librarians. Does anyone seriously believe that's coincidence? No. Curze set the stage. He wanted to push Vulkan into a corner. Now add fuel to the fire. Seriph, a remembrancer close to Vulkan. Some even whisper there was a personal bond there. She was killed during the uprising by a stray shot from a Night Lord. Random? Hardly. Curze knew exactly what he was doing. He took the one human connection Vulkan still held onto and ripped it away. Imagine it. The stoic, noble Primarch watching someone he cares about gunned down in cold blood by his own supposed allies. And then came the breaking point. Amid the chaos, an elder child, a little girl, stepped forward. She wasn't armed. She raised her wrists, offering them in surrender, trying to show she posed no threat. As Vulkan's fury boiled over at the death of Seriph, she lifted her hands even higher, desperate for mercy. But mercy never came. In a blind rage, Vulkan unleashed his gauntlets of fire and burned her alive. Fueled by grief and rage, he immolated her where she stood, turned her to ash in an instant. That were the exact outcome Curze wanted. Proof that even Vulkan, the humanitarian, could be driven to murder a child. This wasn't a victory on the battlefield. It was Curze carving a scar into his brother's soul. Of course, the Imperium buried the details. To the official record, Kharaatan was brought to compliance. One city burned, the others surrendered. Mission accomplished. But for Vulkan, this moment never left him. Unlike Curze, he felt guilt. Crushing, unrelenting guilt. He hated himself for being manipulated into proving Curze right. And here's the kicker. It shows the fundamental contrast between them. Curze embraced atrocity as truth. Vulkan resisted it, and when he failed, it broke him. So, who was really stronger? The Primarch who reveled in horror, or the one who wept because he couldn't escape it? Kharaatan wasn't just another Great Crusade compliance. It was a stage play written by Konrad Curze, with Vulkan as the unwilling actor. A city butchered, a lover shot down, a child burned alive, all so the Night Haunter could whisper, "See, brother, you are no better than me." That's Warhammer 40K in a nutshell. Grimdark, cruel, and twisted. Even the most noble break. Even Vulkan.